Hi Taurus, welcome to your weekly forecast for July 13th through the 19th. We're going to see what's happening the week ahead with this lovely deck here, and we're going to see what oracle message comes up for you all from this deck here. I want to say a great big special thank you to a very kind, very generous, very creative viewer, Rapid Luxury, for making these beautiful nails and sending them to me. Thank you for your gift and your generosity. And I just want to thank her. So I have her info listed in the description of my video if you guys want to support her on social media, or if you're a nail enthusiast like me and you want to place an order on her website. I do have her info listed in the description of the reading. But we're going to see what's happening, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, for the week ahead here. And the first card that we have is the Death card. Now, this could be that some of you are dealing with a Scorpio, or you may have Scorpio in your chart. I'm a Scorpio sun and a Taurus moon, so maybe some of you are also Scorpios watching for your moon or rising, or you may be a Taurus that has Scorpio somewhere in your chart, or you may be dealing with a Scorpio. I know that the Death card is a card that scares a lot of people. It gets a bad rep. And I'm not saying this to be like overly optimistic. I'm not trying to be a Pollyanna. But I can tell you from my experience, and it's not just because I'm a Scorpio, but anytime I've pulled the Death card for myself or for any of my clients, my long-term clients that I've, like seen their readings and in between their readings for the past few years, I've always noticed a pattern that it comes up just before a really positive change and a really positive shift. The way that I feel it for most of you, Taurus, though, to be honest right now, we are going through a lot of collective consciousness shifting and changing, paradigm shifting. A lot of people are waking up right now. And I'm feeling this card for Taurus in the sense of ego death. Okay, and I know ego death, again, it sounds terrifying, but it's actually a very liberating process. What ego death is when the programming that's been put on us from a young age starts to melt off. It starts to fall away, right? Like we're conditioned to be a certain way, or we're taught that we're too sensitive or bossy, or, you might have had parents who were trying to live vicariously through you. So they tried to push you into a path that, they sincerely and genuinely thought was best for you, but maybe it was something you didn't like. Maybe you were really pushed into the arts and you're not really an artsy person, or you were pushed into like really, really scientific things, but in the core or in the heart, you're more of an artsy person, or whatever it might be. Or, you've just kind of found yourself that you're waking up to who you really are, and those labels and programming are falling away. Another thing that happens with ego death is sometimes we start wondering if we're depressed because nothing brings us joy. But the reason why nothing is bringing you joy is you're shifting, your frequency is changing, your vibration is changing. So the music you used to like, the movies and TV shows you used to like, the people you used to like, you don't like them anymore. So it's not that nothing brings you joy. It's just that what's around you right now, or what you've been, filling your time with, is no longer of interest to you. So just go with what you're feeling gravitated towards. Interests, subjects you're wanting to read about, movies or TV shows you've been curious about checking out, music you've been, kind of feeling drawn towards or wanting to listen to. This is all a part of the shift. This is all a part of the change and coming into this new energy, this new kind of level, okay? Death card also is going to indicate for many of you being ready to release or let go of past struggles, or things that maybe you were holding on to very tightly, but you're realizing that, you know what, those things have run their course and I can let them go now. I can let them, rest. So this is you coming into the new beginning, the phoenix rising from the ashes, the rebirth kind of energy. So the next card here for you, Taurus, is the Six of Swords. So see, I told you this death card is a good thing, because the Six of Swords is energy that comes up when we're done with drama. We don't need it. We don't want it. We're done with it. And we're ready to move away from that drama. We're ready to go somewhere where we're going to be able to clear our head. We're going to be able to have more peace. We're going to be able to change our focus onto something else, something different, something new. Six of Swords is getting away, right? So I feel like a lot of you are going to be able to move away from anybody who's been trying to pull you into arguments or fights. You're going to get away from anybody who's been trying to, kind of rain on your parade or be negative. You're distancing yourself from those people in those situations. And for a lot of you, I feel like it's a situation in which you're just stepping away. You're not fighting back. You're not engaging. You're removing yourself from the equation. That's it. Simple as that. You're finding the most peaceful, most non-dramatic way to put an end to any kind of struggle or power struggle or issues. Six of Swords can also sometimes indicate some of you might be preparing for some kind of a travel, some kind of a little bit of a getaway. Okay, and a reoccurring theme that's been coming up for a lot of you, Taurus, in the past couple of months, it's come up every so often, like in and out of the weekly readings. I do feel like a lot of you are really, really setting these long-term goals for travel, but also a lot of you are manifesting some kind of like a relocation. Okay, you might be planning a trip to see this place first, but the trip might be a way in which you're kind of gathering information and preparing for this relocation. And as I saw that, I got like a visual of like a snake biting a person. I know that sounds scary to a lot of people, but for me, this is the thing. If any of you are like intuitive and you're trying to like figure out symbolisms, or your guides or angels like show you symbols, it's going to take a while, but eventually you're going to figure out what the symbols mean. And I know the thought of a snake biting a person sounds scary, but over the years I have learned that anytime spirit is showing me a person being bit by a snake, it's a symbol for healing. Because in the Western culture, in the American culture, snakes have this bad reputation as being bad or scary or evil. But in a lot of cultures, they're seen as, their venom can be used to make medicines and poisons. And yes, there are venomous snakes that if they bite us, it's bad. But there's a thing here of like healing. There's this thing of like healing. So I feel some of you might be embarking on this journey of stepping into your path as healers. And there could be also that you're just kind of healing through these travels or through this relocation. You're being guided to some place that's going to be beneficial for your healing. Some of you are manifesting like a split residence, right? Like it could be like a cabin or like a vacation home or somewhere where you're going to go, where you're healing, where you're having your downtime, where you're clearing your thoughts and working on your creative projects. Like some of you are manifesting some kind of a place where you can go and live and stay to work on projects or do some kind of significant work, right? You may be like doing like a split residency in the future. You're manifesting something along those lines. So the next card here is the Page of Swords. Now, you know what's really interesting, my darlings? When I was talking about that Scorpio energy, this card came up for Scorpio in their weekly reading. So some of you are definitely dealing with a Scorpio, or some of you definitely do have Scorpio energy. But overall, even if you're not dealing with a Scorpio, and even if you don't have Scorpio in your placement, the Page of Swords is a card that comes up when you're gathering information. And it can also indicate traveling for the sense of gathering information. So the fact that this showed up kind of confirmed what I felt with that Six of Swords. I feel like some of you are planning a trip, but this trip is going to be like a preparation for some kind of a move or some kind of a project. You're gathering information. Page of Swords is also a card for me that comes up when Spirit is encouraging you to speak your truth, right? To speak your truth and to speak up. So a lot of you are in this energy where you don't like what you used to like, and Spirit is encouraging you to be vocal of that. Obviously, you can do it in a respectful way. You don't have to do it in like a, you know, critical or mean or judgmental or like in a way where you're starting a fight, but speak up. You know, I really don't like that kind of music, or I really don't like that kind of movie. One of the big things for me when I began stepping into my awakening and my healing, I've never ever been somebody who is like into horror movies. I've never really liked them, but I just, like I can't, like, you know, and I'm a Scorpio, right? So people are always like, oh, you know, you're gonna like the darker stuff, or you're gonna like no, you know, just speak up. If there's like something you don't like, that the energy is off-putting, I'd really rather not watch that movie, or I really don't want to listen to this song right now, or, you know, like speak up, you know, because when you do, even though it's these little things, you're making a statement to the universe that you have a right to like what you like, and that the people in your life need to be respectful of your preferences, right? Like, you don't want to have people in your life where you're always constantly having to put your feelings on the back burner to be more convenient for them, right? You're not making them like what you like, but it's like, well, if you want to be around me, we're going to have to find common ground, and we're going to have to do the things that we both enjoy or we both like. But I'm not going to, you know, suffer or cringe through things that make me uncomfortable because I want to be accommodating to that person, right? So it's like you're shifting your energy with people when you do this, and in a positive way, right? So that you're attracting friendships, relationships, partnerships with people who care how you feel, who value what you feel, and who want you to be comfortable and who want you to be happy. All right. Page of Swords is also encouraging you to speak your truth. So the next card here, Taurus, is the Chariot. And so this could be Cancer energy. This could be indicating that there's going to be a lot of things changing and shifting for you through the remainder of Cancer season. But the Chariot is major arcana. So anytime the major arcana comes up, we're definitely in a significant crossroads, a significant change, a significant shift, right? Life lesson kind of stuff, awakening kind of stuff. The Chariot is a card that comes up when Spirit is saying it's time to make a decision. Once you make your decision, once you set your resolve and you put your focus towards what you want, this is when Spirit's going to be able to step up and help you make it happen. When the Chariot card is coming up, your angels and guides are saying, look, we're here to help you, but we have to honor your free will, right? We can't make your mind up for you. We can't tell you what to do. We need you to figure out what you want to do and give us permission to step in, and then we can help, right? But you have to make the decision. So the Chariot can also indicate that some of you are getting ready to kick somebody to the curb. Okay, I think this is especially true for any of you that have been working on like a passion project or something in terms of business or self-employment. There could be somebody who hasn't been pulling their weight, or they're trying to take things in a different direction, and they're maybe like really being too like taking over too much. And so you might be like, you know what, I'm gonna have to do this on my own. I'm gonna have to do this without them. So some of you may be dismissing someone from a project, or you may be, you know, separating and going your own way, doing something your own way. There's like a sense of independence with the Chariot as well. We're gonna go ahead and see what's coming up here for you in terms of the oracle message. And again, my dears, I encourage you to watch your moon, sun, and rising sign videos. Some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than others. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you if you want to click on the Calendly link, you can schedule a private reading with me there. And of course, every month I do give away a free 30-minute reading, but we'll talk about that at the end. All right. Oh, look. So your card is yes. Your intuition is correct. Take action accordingly. So you guys are getting ready to move forward on a project, okay? You're getting ready to make some choices. You're getting ready to go in a new direction. For some of you, this is a relocation. Chariot can also mean traveling to a sanctuary city. And I know sanctuary city this day has a completely different meaning. We hear sanctuary city and we think in terms of like immigration situation. But in the old days, sanctuary cities were places that you went to get a fresh start or to start over. So some of you could be, you know, your intuition could be guiding you to make some kind of a trip or some kind of a relocation, or to go about and do things your own way, to start your own thing, to start your own project. And this card is saying, listen to your intuition, my dears. Listen to your intuition. So yeah, there you have it. There you have it. The little bubbles are jumping out at to me, and bubbles to me are a symbolism of joy, right? Like if you don't know what to do, or you don't know which direction you should be going, or your intuition hasn't kicked in just yet, the bubbles are saying follow your joy. When you follow your joy, you will find your path. Okay, when you find what makes you happy, you will find your path. Especially those of you that are going through ego death, and right now you're just like, man, I don't like anything. Start paying attention to what does make you happy, and start small. You know, maybe what's going to make you happy is watching, you know, cat videos or puppy videos on YouTube for a little bit, or watching a comedy, or listening to music that puts you in a better mood, or going for a walk, or blowing bubbles, or playing with Play-Doh. I don't know, whatever, you know, no matter how small, just follow that trail. Start somewhere and it will build, and it will help you awaken to really what makes you happy, and from there the inspiration will start coming in. Alrighty, my darlings. Again, watch your moon, sun, and rising sign. If you haven't checked out the channeled angel messages for July, those are linked in the description, and the love videos for July are linked in the description as well. I'm going to be picking the winner for the prizes that I'm giving away in July in a couple of weeks. There's still time to enter for that. I'm going to pick one winner from Instagram and one winner from Facebook, from my Amethyst Angellight pages. One person will win a free 30-minute reading with me, and one person will win an obsidian arrowhead that I'm giving away. So I'm just picking the winner from the likes and the comments. That's it. You don't have to tag your friends. You don't have to share a post. You don't have to book a reading. You don't got to do anything. I'm just, you know, if you see a post, if you like it, click like. If there's something you'd like to share, you know, leave a comment. That's it. And I'm just picking somebody from the social media for those giveaways. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Again, thank you to Rapid Luxury for these awesome nails. Thank you to Lauren at Hotbox for these cool bracelets and this beautiful ring. And I appreciate all of the love, all of the support, all of the kindness, all of the generosity, guys. I'm so lucky to have you here. And I thank you for receiving the messages. Take care and be well.